Hey there, lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. I am excited about this video because I am going to be doing another Japanese knitting swatch. And if you saw my last video, I was talking about this book, the Japanese Knitting Stitch Bible, and together we knit up this swatch of this really pretty kind of leaf motif. And it was not easy at all. It was freaking hard. And I had fun doing it though. And I've been playing around with a few more patterns in the book, but I am about to be going to Japan, like actually flying across the world and spending time in this beautiful country. And I'm so excited. And I leave in just a couple days. And I need a knitting project, duh. So I got on the internet and started looking up Japanese knitwear designers because I thought that it just made sense to do a Japanese designer for this trip. Like, I thought I wanted to kind of self-draft my own something using stitch patterns out of the book, but that just felt very complicated to try and do while traveling. So someone else's hard work is going to work much better. And I had a handful of ideas after doing my research. I found so many lovely designers and I went on TikTok, asked TikTok for their opinion. They agreed with me, thankfully. So I'm knitting the Hana sweater by Junko Okamoto. Hopefully I'm saying their name right. And it is such a cool sweater. Like, it totally reminds me of that like Japanese pottery mending, visible mending technique with the like exposed embroidery stitch that's holding together the panels. It says that the project is made using modular panels, which I think is super interesting. I can't wait to figure out if it means what I think it means. But I think this is the perfect project to take with me to knit while I travel around Japan. I'm going to be gone for a few weeks, so I don't have a goal to finish this sweater while I'm there. It would be cool if I did, but I hope that I'm going to be, you know, really present and exploring and, you know, get a good chunk of the sweater done while I'm there. But that's not the like end all be all, because I don't want to put that stress on myself. I'm on vacation, okay? But I love taking knits on trips when I travel, because I feel like the memories of that experience are literally weaved into the fibers of the garment or the item. And every time you see that item, you're going to think about that trip. So, ooh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. I'm so excited. I went and got yarn today. I'm going to be using the Wool Ease Roving Origins from Farm to Yarn. It's 100% wool. It's by Lion's Brand. I got it from Michael's, and I'm gonna be knitting the size 1. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm knitting. I'm gonna double check the measurements, but this is a very oversized sweater, and the size 1 is gonna give me like 8 to 9 inches of positive ease. So that feels pretty good to me, especially based off some of the oversized sweaters I already have. I like measured them, and that kind of adds up. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do that one. I'm just gonna double check the arm length on that size, because that's really what be catching me up, because I'm a very gangly long person and I do not want to knit a sweater that stops above my wrist. That's gonna piss me off. So I got something like 5 skeins of this, which gives me more than what I need, so I'm happy about that. And today I want to knit a swatch just to make sure that this yarn and the needle size that I chose is going to match up to what it says on the pattern. I am definitely someone who believes in knitting a swatch every single time. And that's because I will say I almost never, ever am I using the suggested yarn. I'm almost never using the suggested yarn. This is going to be my first project knitting in wool for myself. The only other time I've ever knit with wool is when I did that sample knit job for Quince & Co. yarn company, and I didn't get to keep it. Obviously it was a sample knit, so I knit the object and I sent it back to them. So this is my first like wool project for myself. I'm kind of nervous. It better not stink. I think wool's smelly. And I do like the way this feels. It's definitely different than my normal like acrylic and acrylic blend that I'm used to using. I'm not a natural fiber girly because I think I'm just lazy, to be honest. Like, I do not care for hand washing things. I'm not a tenuous laundry person. So I like to use fibers that I know I can throw in the wash. Like, the very most I'm going to do is hang dry. I don't want to be hand washing stuff. I really don't. So this swatch is just going to be in stockinette, and that's just knitting one side, purling the other side. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than what the gauge says, so it's a little easier to measure. So it's supposed to be an 18 by 24 gauge, 18 by 26 gauge. So I'm casting on like 22 or something. I cast it on 25, and I'm gonna do 30 rows. So I'm gonna do 25 stitches by 30 rows, and then I'm going to measure. I'm gonna block it, and then I'm gonna measure. I'm gonna time myself too, because I feel like a lot of people don't knit swatches because they feel like it's a waste of their time, like it takes a long time. And I don't really agree with that, especially if it's just stockinette. Like, I feel like I've knit up colorwork swatches pretty quickly. So yeah, I'll see. I'm gonna let you guys know how long it takes me to do this. It's been about 20 minutes and I'm a little over halfway done the swatch. And I'm just sitting here thinking about like all the things that we want to do when we visit Japan. We're going to be visiting Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. And we have so many fun things booked to do, a lot of attractions, a lot of temples, some cool experiences. I'm really hoping to book some workshops tonight so that we can do some kind of like crafty things while we're there. I'm definitely looking forward to yarn shopping. I have like a small accessory project that I want to make with yarn that I find in Japan. That's like, I have like a handful of patterns saved, obviously, but this one in particular is kind of one that I know I want to make a video about, so it's kind of highlighted in the forefront of my head. But I'm hoping to find just like really cool yarn, cool colors, cool textures, and I don't know, I should probably like make some type of goal in mind. Like, at the very least, I should get one sweater's quantity of yarn. But yeah, I'm super excited. There's like this super big craft store that I'm excited to visit. I'm definitely gonna get yarn from there, and maybe some art supplies, some like paint brushes and some watercolor. I'm just so freaking excited. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to fill my travel sketchbook with paintings and sketches from freaking Japan. Like, what? I have some pretty fun locations in my travel sketchbook, but Japan's definitely about to hopefully blow all of those out of the water. Like, I'm so excited. And I also like can't believe it at the same time. I'm like, I feel like I need to be on the plane touching down in Japan before I really like feel like, oh, okay, wow, we're really doing this type stuff. Yeah, I'm just like, I have butterflies. I'm so excited. Literally, we're like less than 48 hours out. I've been cleaning up the house today and I still need to do my hair. I want to do like, I believe it's called Jaime style braids. It's like a Japanese hairstyle, but I want to recreate it in braids. And I've done this style before because there's a character on One Piece with this haircut, and when I saw it, I was like, I have to recreate that with braids. So I'm gonna do that probably tonight and into tomorrow morning. And so then I can be really cute and have my little protective style. I don't gotta worry about, you know, doing my hair while I'm there, because who has time for that? Yeah. I've done my laundry today. I'm just feeling freaking on top of the world. I'm on top of it. Someone is coming to live at our place while we're gone. So essentially I've just been setting up for that. I need to like set up the guest room and continue kind of like deep cleaning everything, so it's nice and like spotless and comfortable for them. And they're gonna be like tending to the garden and taking care of Lilo and stuff. We have never left Lilo for this long. The longest I've ever been away from my dog is 2 weeks. 3 weeks is about to be a new record. I told her she's not allowed to forget me, so we'll see how that goes. And I really hope that she behaves while we're gone and doesn't do anything crazy like injure herself or be annoying, because that's very much her brand, especially when we travel. She always wants to hurt herself. Okay, I have never, wait, no. I have knit something. I was about to say I've never knit a white garment before, and I've knit a top, and it was a fail actually. I had knit this blouse and I completely overblocked it. Like it literally became, it looked like a you know those like mesh produce bags, like a mesh grocery bag, mesh tote that just looks like a mesh sack. That's what the top ended up looking like after I had blocked it. And this was probably 2 years ago, before I understood what blocking was really meant for, because I do remember when I did it, and I literally blocked it and stretched it as far as it would go. Like I just literally stretched it as far as I could go. Don't ask me why I did that. I don't know. Like, girl, you're supposed to stretch it to its final dimensions on the pattern, not just fucking just get to stretch it and stretch it out as much as you can, and then you looking at it like, why does this look like a sack? I did not realize my mistakes in that moment. So yeah, don't be me. But I think I frogged that project actually. And I have not touched white yarn since, so this will be a nice addition to my knit wardrobe. The color of this yarn is Fisherman, I'm pretty sure, which I'm not sure why it would be called Fisherman. Oh no, I lied, it's called Cream. Cream makes way more sense. I don't know where I got Fisherman from. Cream makes way more sense. I think that was a different brand I was looking at in the store. yeah, I'm really looking forward to this piece. And I'm just know I'm gonna have so much fun knitting it because every single part of the sweater is a different stitch pattern. And that just sounds like fun. Like there's no room to get bored from doing the same thing over and over again, which I love. I think I want to play around with trying out the embroidered mattress stitch on this swatch, just so I can see what the color I'm choosing will look like. I have two colors in mind for the embroidery stitches. I really want, like, my first thought is red, because of just like the temples and the torii gates in Japan, like tying that in. Red was my first option. My second option is like a gold or yellow ochre color. And that is because that ties in that pottery mending technique that I referred to earlier. The coloring in the pottery tends to be gold. And so I figured that since this pattern reminds me so much of that, gold would be a good option. And so I guess since this is a swatch, maybe I will swatch both. Like I'm not swatch, but like stitch both colors onto this swatch so that I can see what I like more. I truly am on the fence about the choice. Like I think either color would look great. The gold may be a little too low contrast. Like it may not read. So I'm curious to see. The red I know is definitely going to do what needs to be done. My husband says the red may be too stark, like too high contrast. But I think that's the whole point. Like you want, like the whole point of the exposed embroidered edge is to see this exposed embroidered edge. Like that's the whole point. So yeah, we'll see. We will see today. That is the whole purpose of a swatch. Okay, I am casting off and it is officially 30 minutes past when I cast it on. So 30 minutes to knit up a swatch? I think you can do it, friend. I think you can do it. Okay, what am I doing? The Icelandic bind off. That's what I'm doing. It is my new obsession after being taught it by a fiber friend on TikTok. If I can do it, this yarn is definitely a little harder to knit with than acrylic because it's like the little fibers are so fluffy. I feel like it's easier to split the yarn with this. But yeah, the Icelandic bind off. Sorry, I am locked in. The Icelandic bind off is like, I think that it has a similar look to just a normal bind off, but it is stretchy and it feels a little magical how it's done. Cause I'm like, how is this equating to a stretch? But it works. And now I'm literally addicted to binding off in this way. Cause it's also fast and it looks good. And you can do it on any type of finish, like stockinette, one-on-one ribbing. Yeah. I went ahead and turned the light on because it's getting quite dark outside. It's actually getting real stormy, cold, and we have cold front coming in. It's supposed to be like in the 50s tomorrow. I can feel it. But I went and grabbed my two embroidery options. It's giving ketchup and mustard. This color is called Brick. It's like an orangey red. It's exactly the red that I was envisioning. I didn't really want like a fire truck red or anything too hot like that. And then this is like a really warm, bright yellow color. and we're gonna give this a try. Oh, I need a darning needle. I had quickly looked up how to do this. It's called a blanket stitch, and it's not too hard. After reading the pattern again, you're supposed to block the panels before you do the embroidery, so I'm gonna do that. All right, I have done both edges and I want to show you guys. This is what we have. Obviously just a boring old stockinette, but this is what it would look like with the gold embroidered stitch. Excuse me. And this is what it would look like with the red. Comment down below and tell me which one you like better. I am still 50-50. I'm not, can't lie. I don't know. Definitely not both. Please do not say use both. Don't do that. No, I'm not using both. No. Sorry if that was your idea and you were excited. I'm not using both. This is not a colorful mismatch situation. Gold or red? So after looking at this for a few minutes, and also looking at the sample garment in the pattern, I'm not loving how chunky my embroidery thread is. I'm using a worsted, just like the white yarn. So I went and looked through my yarn stash and I have these in a fine yarn, much thinner. Right? But they're also completely different tones. Like this is more of that like fire truck red. And now that I'm looking at it, I kind of like it. And then the yellow has a little bit less contrast. It's like a little less mustardy. It's really close, but a little different. So I'm going to stitch these on there because I am a visual learner. And I want to see what it looks like and if it looks any better. Because I got to know which yarn I need to bring with me. I'm like so cold now. Okay, it's been like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And I have, let me show you on the table where the lighting is a little better. But I've done the thinner yarn and I definitely like it way better. Let me show you. It's kind of curling on itself. But look at the difference between those yarns. I just think the thinner yarn looks way better. These colors are super similar now that I'm seeing them stitched up. But I just think that this looks better than the chunky look. It's just a little too distracting. And this is more true to what it looks like the designer used in her sample. This is the red side. I kind of like this like fire truck red a little better than this. It's called brick red. That has a little more orange in it. It's a little less saturated. And again, the thinner yarn looks better. So the question still remains, should I go yellow or should I go red? I'm definitely going to do the thinner yarn, but you can give me your opinion on that too if you have strong feelings. But yeah, what a successful little swatch session. This was super informative. Oh, and I didn't tell you guys, I did meet the gauge with the suggested needle size and with the yarn that I bought. And it only smelled a little weird when I blocked it. And it has like the faintest, like kind of like hay or barn smell. Like wool is, okay, a little weird. I can't stop smelling it. I'm definitely one of those people who like to sniff smelly things because I'm a weirdo. But I kind of want to cast on. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of want to cast on. It is late and I do need to eat dinner. But maybe maybe we cast on tonight. Maybe we cast on tonight. I don't know how I forgot to end this video. I don't know how I forgot. But we're already here in Japan. We just arrived. This is our first evening. But let me show you where we are with the knit, because I did start it yesterday when I was at home. I guess 2 days ago now. My hair is completely different. I spent the whole next day doing my hair. You'll see later. But this is what I have so far of the knit. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, that's a little better. The motif is definitely starting to come through. You see like the cables and the twists there. It's definitely starting to come through. We got like, what is this? An inch, almost 2 inches of knitting done. And I didn't really knit much at the airport for real. I think I've done 2 or 3 rows, but I did most of this at home. And I didn't really knit on the train into the city or anything. So already off to a slow start knitting in Japan, but this is what we have so far. And I'm super excited to see how far I can get with this sweater while we are trampling around Japan in all the different cities. So definitely check back in, and I'll see you guys in my next video where I will share more of what I'm doing with this and what we're doing in Japan. It's exciting! Thank you guys. If you helped me choose the design for the sweater, shout out to you. Thank you, because I did post a question to TikTok. Thanks so much for your input. I'm super excited to be knitting the Hana sweater, and yeah, here's to being in Japan.